Hello and welcome to the fourth episode of the Wildcat Podcast. I'm your host, Easton. I'm joined by Zeke, Alex, Logan, Nicole, and our producer, Mr. Clements.
Hello. It's going to be something different every single episode.
First off, we're going to start with Zeke with the random fact of the week.
If you had enough water to fill 1 million goldfish bowls, you could fill an entire stadium.
Nicole, you've written some news headlines. Want to read those?
The first one is lioness kills father of her 3 cubs at a zoo for unknown reasons. And then the second one is dozens injured when floor collapses at a South Carolina party.
I have more news. This was 5 hours ago. Robert De Niro, Joe Biden, targeted at pipe bomb similar to packages sent.
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden.
What's he Biden?
Can I just finish the... It's so close. There's 2 words left.
Biden.
Sent to Democrats and CNN. That's all.
Who was Joe Biden VP for?
Cool. Whoa. He just now admits that he was killing people. Well, that's great. So he just now admit, yep, the killing was planned. He planned his killing, so that's great.
Back to the floor collapsing at a South Carolina party. Nope, wait.
Yeah, like who?
I don't know how to
did
say
they
his
find,
name.
Did they
I'm
find
not gonna
who
get
it
made
was?
fun of by Easton, so I'm just gonna let you try to read that. So it's just that right there. Whose music is that? That's so loud.
Wait, what? Oh, but it doesn't say who.
Do you want me to read it?
No,
It has.
Oh, see,
it doesn't
it's
say
right
who.
Saudi Arabia.
No, that's a different one. That's the
Oh.
Saudi Arabia, the Khashoggi one.
We do not have the name at the moment. There's going to be a lot of editing there.
Oh. That's
When we get the name, it will be breaking news 1 week later.
1 week later.
Oh, they have targets of all the potential explosives so far.
Probably anyone who was a Democrat or involved with CNN on the East
CNN,
Coast.
Yeah. The
But
Clintons.
I didn't know Robert De Niro lived on
we're
the
gonna
East
we're gonna quickly turn away from this before we start saying, oh, it wasn't right because he didn't like the. No, we're not getting political here. The back to the party where the floor collapsed. You can find like Snapchat video of that if you know who posted it. You can probably just find it online. But it's just weird to watch. Just everyone falls. That's why you don't have big parties and jump up and down on a weak apartment floor.
What happened to the apartment below them?
It started raining people.
That's the.
Well, like, were there people inside the apartment
I
below?
think I heard that there was only like just a few, like 1 or 2. But I'm not entirely sure.
Oh.
Got a quick question for all of you. Your whole neighborhood is under house arrest, and whoever stays inside the longest gets $3 billion. How do you do it?
Go sleep.
You
Take a
sleep.
bunch of sleeping pills.
So do you have to just be in the house if you leave your?
Yeah,
bed?
you cannot leave your house,
Just
the
do-
building.
Just do that movie marathon. There you go.
Can you, like, stick an arm out or something?
You have to stay inside.
I
like,
stay inside
house arrest
anyway,
rules.
24/7.
So it's 100% stay inside.
Yeah, I
like
would.
when you go-
I would call a friend. I would call a bunch of people, hire them to go around to the other houses and tell them that they've already won. They have to come outside and grab the money.
I would...
You're
I would-
so mean.
It's a good way of doing it without actually doing it.
would
Even though I
just
stay inside
order
a lot.
a lot of food before it started.
No, I'm guessing you can order food. You just can't leave the house to get it. Like they'll
You
come
have
to
your
your door.
Postmate come inside.
Yeah, that begs
Hey,
the,
I
that begs the
can't-
question. You can't leave. Can people come inside?
Yeah, you're under house
Oh, so
arrest.
you
They
can-
aren't.
So you can call people from. Okay, that's.
Yeah, that's why I said I would call people and
I
have
thought you
them
knew that before it happened.
I would
and
just
tell
order-
and have them tell the other neighbors that they've won.
I would just order pizza, like, every day.
Ew, diabetes. I just don't like.
Is there
Pizza gets
something wrong with pizza?
I like pizza. It's after a while it gets so boring because there's not a lot of options.
There's something wrong with Hawaiian pizza.
Oh my gosh! Don't even.
I don't even think that's considered a pizza.
My friend likes Hawaiian pizza, so you don't want to try to trigger her with
It
it.
actually I think it tastes alright.
Okay, you need to get off this podcast as soon as you can. Go, you're done.
Oh, screw you.
What is everyone's favorite pizza on that topic?
Meat lovers.
Cheese.
Meat lovers, cheese,
Oh, yeah.
Say it.
Did you say Hawaii?
garlic pizza.
Yeah.
What's
Yeah,
that? What's
wait,
that have on
Just
it?
garlic.
It's like, it has like garlic sauce instead of tomato sauce, and it has like chicken, cheese, and tomatoes on
Okay,
it.
somebody after that pizza.
That doesn't sound too bad.
Breakfast pizza with Alfredo sauce.
That-
And sausage and eggs.
That's
It's
what
no
a breakfast
bacon, 'cause
pizza
bacon's
is.
gross.
I don't like the breakfast pizza here.
It depends on what kind of day it is for me. Beef and mushroom. What about you, Mr. Clements? What's your favorite pizza?
You know, I actually had a 5-meat pizza before. And
So
that was
meat
really
lovers?
great. Yeah. Only they actually called it
Ooh,
5
taco
meat.
pizza is really good.
I've
I
never
haven't
had
had
it.
that one yet.
It's pretty good. It depends on where you get it.
Yeah, we've actually, I've actually had various discussions with other classes about fruit on pizza. Is
No.
it good or not good?
No.
It depends on what kind of pizza it is with the fruit.
Dessert pizza.
Yes.
It depends on what kind of fruit.
What if it's like
Any fruit of your choice. Like, what would you have on it?
Kiwi's pretty good on some dessert
Kiwi,
pizzas.
strawberry, and banana is pretty good.
Yeah, those are.
no apple pie pizza?
You said
Apple pie pizza.
It's like a pie, but like,
I draw the line at when they introduce fruit and meat on the same pizza.
Oh, so no Hawaiian.
Yeah, that's why I said Hawaiian shouldn't even be considered a pizza.
if it just had Hawaiian on it and like
I guarantee there's people right now who are going, but Hawaiian's the best. Stop listening.
I get all these dislikes and like all comments like you suck, Easton. You don't know what's good pizza. But speaking of pizza, what's your favorite place to get pizza?
Papa John's
That and Papa Murphy's. I like.
and Pop. Yeah.
Usually when I make a decision for dinner, it's
I don't
either
make it.
it's like no. It's either like, you know, what can I cook that's only gonna take a few minutes, or what can I go and grab that's only gonna take a few minutes, because I don't go to a sit down restaurant and I don't like waiting 30 minutes. So it's,
Especially by yourself.
yeah.
It's
So-
really awkward just sitting there like. You didn't watch. That's why I did that.
Oh yeah.
I normally,
So Little Caesars.
for me,
Just go.
Little Caesars is good.
Yeah.
I
I
like
love
it.
it.
I like it because there's not a whole lot of options. So you're not, oh, do I want this? You're like, all right, I'll just get this and that and call it a day.
Yeah,
But the bad part about Little
And
Caesars,
it's cheap.
they never have sausage ready. Like they always have pepperoni. They're supposed to have at least like.
They have the most popular kind ready.
They always have pepperoni ready. If you
Yeah.
want
It's so weird, but they're
anything
supposed to have
else,
at least
then you have
8.
I'm surprised they don't ever have like. They usually have some. Usually, sometimes they have cheese ready. But
You tried their wings?
Have y'all tried their stuffed crust pizza?
It's pretty good.
It's good. I had it the other day.
Their deep dish is
I-
really good.
I don't like their deep dish.
I like Pizza
It's
Hut's,
just
they're
weird.
like the crust that has like the little poppable cheese bites.
Never.
I never had that.
It's pretty good.
never had that.
Now,
It's
I
more-
will say this: the most interesting pizza place that I've ever been to is Pizza Ranch.
Pizza
I've
Ranch
heard
is
of it.
pretty good.
What's it?
Yeah,
It's
it's over in Dodge.
Gambino's. Is it like a restaurant like a Gambino's?
Their pizza isn't actually like that good. Like it's okay,
but it's
It's
the
okay, yeah.
it's the combination of a Golden Corral style like KFC.
Don't you compare Golden Corral to
KFC. That's like downgrading KFC.
Well, okay, but it's
Golden
chicken,
Corral is
mashed
about as
potatoes,
fancy as you're getting around here.
But
Come
it's
down.
chicken,
Golden
mashed
Corral.
potatoes,
Oh.
Green beans, that kind of stuff.
It's like
and
the
pizza.
knockoff of.
If you
fancy
are going on a
buffets.
date and you want to show her you're serious about this, we're going to Golden Corral.
You can eat all you can.
Who in here has had Olive Garden?
Dude, their chicken
Oh, yeah.
Alfredo.
Everybody.
Good food, long waits,
Yeah,
They're breadsticks. You can get as much as you want. My dad always just takes
which
them. all.
works well if you have to wait an hour for food.
I'm okay
We
with
don't.
that.
I don't wait that long. We usually get there like 20 minutes.
anyone
If
had
you
Red
don't-
Lobster?
No.
No,
I
I've never
have.
had lobster
Good.
before.
Red Lobster's okay.
I get
I'm
the
not
I get it whenever I go.
Why is he
I
turning
rarely
you
go,
from-
but when I do, I get like the snow crab leg platter because it's really fun to eat.
I usually get shrimp.
Shrimp is also good.
I've never had shrimp. Oh, I've never had shrimp. I haven't had lobster like salmon or like.
Salmon, you're
Cod.
not missing a whole lot with salmon.
Fish and chips are good.
Has anybody had cod before? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I've heard it's really good, but
yeah. I would.
But again, you don't really usually get much seafood here in the middle of Kansas.
if you do, it's not good.
I don't know what you're talking about. You got good old long jaw silvers.
Like I
I
said,
don't
if
think
you
that's
do,
considered seafood.
Well, it says seafood on the building.
like I said, if you do get seafood, it's not really good.
It depends. It just depends on where you get it.
Last
If
time
it's
I
in
ate that,
Kansas,
I
it's
thought
not
it was
good. I also, yeah, they're little
Well,
puff.
then that begs the
whatever,
Hush
question.
puppies.
I call them puff daddies for some
It's
reason.
basically just like
The hush puppies, it depends on where you get them.
No, they're called puff daddies. That's just how.
I went to.
We have now changed the name of Hush Puppies to Puff Daddies.
Is that a
Never say
rapper?
that again.
Yes, that is P. Diddy. That is Sean Combs, also the guy who basically
Oh, the
designed
Four.
Sean John.
He's also on the show for the
Sean
four.
John Silvers.
I
We
went
need to stop.
Not
to.
Spawn.
I went to Ohio over the summer,
Of course you did.
and there was this restaurant. It was, I think it was called like the Barn. It was like made out of a barn.
Burton has one of those.
No, I don't remember exactly what it was
barn.
called. It looked like it would be one of those like one of those mom and pop deals that aren't like just casual. You go get a burger or something. No, this was like a full on fancy restaurant. They had the like cups they had were like little wine glasses that were blue. The glass was blue, but you could still see through it. I got this. My mom got like a flatbread with duck on it. She said it was pretty good. I got the same thing, but with shrimp. It was good, but it was like the fanciest restaurant I had seen since I was in San Antonio.
Wow.
It's like I heard like
So
the
it was
place
different
of,
from
like
the Barton
potatoes.
Burton?
I said Ohio.
I don't know. Yes. I don't-
Yes, we had all potatoes when we went to
Have you ever
Idaho.
been to Idaho though?
No,
Okay. I've always wanted to go there.
I think
Idaho is a myth.
no, that's Wyoming.
Montana.
All the central northwest.
Just all of it.
There's
Conspiracy
just an
theories.
ocean.
No, it's just all mountains.
On the topic of fancy restaurants, what's the fanciest restaurant you've ever been
Golden
to,
Corral.
other than Golden Corral?
No, like probably all.
McDonald's.
Texas. Well, boy. Texas Roadhouse.
But did you let her order off the dollar menu?
Well,
did
of course you gotta save some cash.
Did
Well,
you?
Yeah.
All right.
She gets like 2 burgers and doesn't even. Just bread and meat. There you go. That's some pretty cheap stuff.
I don't remember.
Has it been
what
to
was
Texas
called, but
Roadhouse?
It was a place in.
No.
It was a place in Wichita. It took like an hour to get.
I'm
our
taking
food,
you
but
to
it was
Texas
pretty
Roadhouse.
fancy.
You
Yes, I am.
has anyone ever been to Teppanyakis?
No.
That doesn't sound English. That sounds like
Yeah, it's Japanese.
I was
It's
gonna
Japanese
I was
steakhouse.
gonna say Chinese.
Is that the one in Wichita?
Yes,
I've been there.
it is great.
Pretty good.
Have you been to the Six Steakhouse and like I think it's Maze or?
No.
Okay.
I don't hang out around Maze.
You're all
You don't like
snobby
Maze?
people.
Off the
Apparently don't.
topic of food,
Oh,
because I'm starving.
how are you starving?
Don't worry, there's lunch enough here.
Because it's almost lunchtime.
I'm not even hungry.
Yeah, we have half an hour.
What is for lunch
Which
anyway?
explains all
Beer
the
rocks.
bells.
What's beer rocks?
They're-
I'm not even gonna.
It's like a
Insult
roll
you
with
for that?
It's like
Oh
a
my
roll of hamburger.
It's
and
deliciousness.
lettuce in it. No,
Um,
it's not.
Yes, it
It's
is.
disgusting.
What are you guys talking about?
I'm
Beer
so
rocks.
Beer rocks.
Oh, those are so good.
He says that
What
they're
the-
disgusting.
Oh, this
What's
looks
wrong with
really.
They're not good.
What is
the last
wrong
time,
with you?
The last time I had one, I took
Yes.
a bite and threw up.
Where'd you have it at?
I had it at like, not Arby's. Not Arby's. What?
Oh, if you
If
had
you
a
get
bad
it from-
Arby's, that explains the whole thing there.
Not Arby's. I think it was from like,
My mom made me some beer rocks.
I don't remember.
My mom makes some good beer rocks.
I thought it was
Bogies.
just like beer and rocks.
I
That's
got it
what
from
I
like
thought it was.
Bogies.
Totally.
College.
Just gives you
I had a
a
bite
thing
and
of rocks.
threw up.
And
Yeah, that's your problem. You don't eat any beer rocks from Hutch. You get them homemade.
I've never made anything homemade other than like mashed potatoes and macaroni.
You just not know how to cook or something.
I know how to cook. I just don't. I make it out of the box because I'm lazy. Like one day, I was making like Jessica was too lazy and she didn't want to cook, so I made this like.
She's calling you out.
She calls me out all the time. It's okay, but I was making like this. I cannot make rice for the life of me. I just can't. Not.
It's easy.
Even if it's minute rice, I always burn it.
I will admit that there are some people like whenever they make rice, they don't cook it all the way, so there's still some that are crunchy. I do not like that. And I'm gonna have to ask you to stop. And I just don't like it when they mess up rice. It's not hard to mess up, but pet peeves. So we're off the topic of food.
Oh, I was
Messing
gonna
up
tell my story.
Finish telling your story and we're going to pet peeves.
Okay, well, you know how you make rice, you're not supposed to burn it?
Mm-hmm.
Well, instead of having the pan be like, it's supposed to be white, the whole bottom was covered in rice, burnt it. took 4 hours.
Did you put water in with the rice?
Yes, it was one of those hamburger helper little things. It tells you the instructions, but
You know
I
what you know what you should do? Like put a little bit of salt and some onion in there.
we don't have onion. We're not fancy enough for that. We have onion powder.
Put a little bit of that in there.
Real quick before we get on to pet peeves, I normally just eat ramen noodles whenever I'm home by myself and I don't feel like cooking, but I make it good. I will cook.
Cooks
I
it all
will
the
fry up an egg with it. I will throw in. I will quickly cook. I will find some leftover meat, like hamburger meat, and I will throw that in there.
Mystery meat. That's what.
I said hamburger meat.
Well, you said like leftover meat, so it could be anything. You don't know.
I just said hamburger meat.
Well, before you said that, you said.
I'm done.
hamburger.
I just throw a bunch of stuff in there and I make it good instead of just eating noodles.
Have you tried cheese
usually-
on top of it?
It's pretty good if you get the right kind of flavor. In my
Whenever I'm
opinion.
home alone, I usually make like box mac and cheese.
I don't feel like going through that whole process.
What do you make?
There's
You
always
make
the
SpongeBob?
Easy Mac.
You make SpongeBob macaroni?
Oh, the little bowls and I got those a
You
lot.
had
Put that with a little bit of Tony Santries. That's delicious.
My
20
brother-
sanitaries.
Okay, on to pet peeves
Hey.
before I finish starving to death.
You're not gonna starve to death.
Yes, I am.
We have like 10 minutes to lunch.
This laptop is very terrible with time.
Oh well, we have.
15.
Hey, there's a clock right
There's a
there.
No,
clock
I
right
was
there.
there taught how to read that.
Are
Now
you
everybody's
kidding
judging
me?
Okay.
So in my grade school,
Do not edit that out.
in grade school,
I will not.
they were
Explains a
teaching me,
lot.
but I'd always get it backwards. Like I'd say the hour before the minute or something, and so they just completely gave up on me. It's like, oh, you're screwed. You're just not gonna.
The
learn.
hour before the minute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, the
that's-
minute before the
You're
hour.
supposed to.
Okay.
I'm about to say if they're insulting you for doing it right.
And then I got
That was a chair, by the way.
No, it wasn't.
in like when I was
It was
in
somebody trying to
childhood,
break in.
I would like move schools like 13 times in like 1 year, and so I never like stayed consistent. So I never learned because I'd always skipped some lessons, and so I just never learned how to.
Clearly, you didn't need to skip those lessons.
Excuse me, that I don't know how to read. I'm not the only person in the world that does not know how to read a clock. Dude, it's not my fault because nowadays it's just all digital, so it doesn't matter anyway. I mean,
Obviously, it's not all digital.
I have a digital clock. I don't need that.
Why'd you look at his?
Because I thought he was different. Because I don't want to open mine. I'm too lazy, so I was going to pull over here and look.
Okay, then let's go on to pet peeves. Zeke, what
It's like a
what are
roast
one of your
session
pet
for Logan.
peeves?
People in general.
People in general, I can second that.
I'm not
now.
saying
I
mine
heard
again because
that.
then people are going to.
Actual pet peeves.
People.
that
In general.
when people act like they're smarter than
And
they
then when
really
they say
are.
they, yeah.
There you go.
I want to call people out, but I can't.
What? What?
What's yours, Alex?
Can I just?
He's like, which one do I say?
Why are you counting?
I would say.
Give one of them.
I would say when people drive 5 miles below the speed limit in
Yes.
front of you and you
Mhm.
can't pass them.
Yes.
Zeke. It's not Zeke. He goes at 10 over.
I hate people who are
20?
going really slow, and when you try to pass them, then they start speeding up.
Oh my god.
I do that all the time.
You would be that person. You're the one who told me you couldn't drive.
You're also
He
the one
also
that
said
said
he
he
doesn't
didn't
have a
truck.
truck.
Yeah. Even though I knew that was a lie.
What's your pet peeve, Mr. Clements?
Freshmen.
Fresh.
Freshman. No freshman actually watch this podcast, so it's okay.
Good.
My pet peeve
Freshman.
has to be when
Freshman
you know,
sock.
Okay. Okay. What is it?
Okay.
you know, I have plenty of freshmen in my classes, right?
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna edit
Yeah.
out the
And-
part where you see my pet peeve is, and then I'm just gonna cut to you saying freshman, and then not have anything else.
That'd be so great.
Like
All
my
right.
pet peeve is.
Okay. What's
freshman.
your pet peeve?
So my pet peeve is tailgaters, like not prime.
Especially when it's like raining really hard.
Yeah, people who just decide, you know, hey, I'm gonna go up behind this person and have them not see my headlights at all.
That's when you roll down your window and flip them off.
No, you just get your gun.
I know. I got this. A friend of mine, Q. Thank you for this idea, by the way.
Quentin.
Yeah. He told me the idea if someone's ever tailgating you, to start slowing down. And sooner or later, they will get annoyed and just pass you or stop.
That's fair. So let me tell you this here real quick.
Just turn off the
I
cruise
was
control and slowly slow down.
so I was driving in.
They hit you. It's their fault.
I was driving through Oklahoma City about a
What's
week or so
y'all's-
ago.
Is it the day that you skipped out on Make a Difference Day?
No,
He wasn't here to make a difference.
Because he skipped out to go to
Yep.
Oklahoma.
no, I went to Sterling for debate on
Mhm,
that
sure.
day.
That's debatable.
Anyway,
Well, not.
good night, everybody. No. So I was driving back from my niece's wedding in Texas, and we were going through Oklahoma City, and I was driving at speed limit because it was raining, and and it's also Oklahoma City, so a lot of traffic. And there was this one guy just tailgating me. He had plenty of room to pass me, but he was just right behind me, and he would then flash his high beams on and off during the middle of the day, wanting me to either speed up or move out of the way. And I just looked all around me, and I kept thinking, man, this guy has like at least 100 yards to pass me in both directions. Why doesn't he just pass me instead of being annoying? So, yeah, tailgaters, especially ones that want you to go faster.
So what
Just
did you
go
do?
around.
I did nothing.
You just
I didn't even move.
You did nothing while the mic is on.
Mike turns off, tells you the whole dang story about how he's got a
I hate
arrest
people
for him.
who whenever you're driving down the road at night and they have their high beams on and they see you coming but they keep them on.
Oh, on 2-lane highway.
And then they will turn them off after they pass you.
I just hate loud
Yeah.
eaters. That's why I'm not traffic. Because, I don't drive.
People are annoying.
Because,
People in
I have a
general.
license.
You never really pay attention on where you are unless you're driving. Like before I started driving, I didn't pay attention to any like street names.
I just still don't know a lot of street names in Hutch. Like, I know how to get to places, I just don't know the names.
Yeah.
It's like when they ask you directions, it's like, oh, go left and then right and then left and then right and straight for until you see that
A mile.
McDonald's.
I know I'm
McDonald's.
going by the buildings.
Don't know the streets to go right to that McDonald's.
It's right in the middle of
If
those
you don't know
buildings.
where one of the 3 McDonald's in Hutch are,
There's more than
There's
3.
like 5.
There's like 5.
there's certain ones nobody really goes to.
That's a good.
Wait, are you counting ones that are also inside Walmarts?
There's none
There's
none in
none
Walmart.
inside Walmart.
We have Subway
In
and
Hutch.
Walmart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ew, you guys are gross. We have like
Subway's good.
It's like okay. It's like a not Mexican, but Chinese.
And you're calling us gross?
Never mind, you're good. I've had their beef and like their beef and broccoli is pretty good, but like other than that,
Yeah, I actually
Let's
tried to apply to Subway.
they didn't let you.
No.
They did like Easton and didn't even reply back.
Yeah, they never replied back.
Yep. It hurts.
Oh hey,
I was so annoyed too because I drove by there a few times and like the last time I looked.
Hey, we're
before-
hiring.
Yeah, and they
Clearly you're not.
they were taking the sign down as I was pulling in to say if they got my resume or not. They were taking the sign down. I was so mad.
hey, McDonald's and Maze is hiring.
I'm not driving from outside of Hutch
I
past
don't know where you
Haven,
live.
past Mount Hope to Mays just to work at a McDonald's. Where if I want to work at a McDonald's, I could just go to Hutch.
I didn't know where you lived. I thought you lived by like Maze. I thought you lived like
No.
at the outside of
No.
Haven.
No.
I don't know where this guy lives.
Do you know where Evan
Everyone
lives?
knows where he lives.
Evan? Cousin?
Cosman.
No.
I live on the other side of the river.
What river? There's a lot of rivers. The Arkansas River.
There's one river that's close.
I don't go by Haven. I don't.
You're in Haven.
I don't go outside
Oh,
in the
Lord.
country roads.
That's not Elm.
Take me home.
It's on Haven
I mean,
Bueller.
Highway 50 crosses over it.
I still have no idea. Oh, that river by the.
my
Okay.
Oh my god!
Oh, okay. You live. Okay. Okay. No.
I'm not cutting out that silence. Just so.
Yeah, no, there's a big block of just nothing but blue on Audacity right now.
Now you're laughing.
Okay.
Okay.
That was a great history lesson.
What?
That's geography.
That's
Big
geography.
difference.
There's a big difference.
Let's get to some school subjects before I leave.
Please leave. No one needs you here anyway.
I'm the host. Shut up.
We can get Zeke or Alex to do it somehow.
No.
All right,
He's too
make a
tall,
difference
buddy.
day was last week. Actually, a week ago. Today.
Yes.
What did everybody do? Zeke?
Painted the paw prints outside and in the parking lot.
Don't ask me
Outside
to
and in the
man.
parking lot? Ooh. What about you, Alex? What'd your group do?
We first went down to Centennial Park here in Haven and cleaned out the bathrooms there.
R.I.P.
They were gross.
I don't doubt it.
Their bathrooms. They're supposed to
There's a
smell-
dead bird in the women's restroom.
Oh Lord.
Okay.
And then we went down to Main Street and cleaned the windows.
Nice. Which Main Street?
That's
That's an inside joke from our last attempt of recording. Nicole, what did you...
Painted the math hall.
Math hall? Oh, yeah, I saw
And got my
that.
face painted.
I
Logan.
feel like more paint ended up on the girls'
Hey,
legs.
you don't know. You
I
can't
walked
judge.
by 7 times.
Well, why are you looking? You know, that's our job. You go to your job there, sir.
I was painting.
You were
and
sitting down.
I was painting, and I only got a little bit of paint on my hand.
Well, there's like 4 or 5 girls. What do you expect's gonna happen?
There was not 4 or 5.
No,
There was like
it was
wasn't
like
there
we
like
were on
12?
Kansas Street.
4 or 5 first.
The entire hallway was girls.
No, but like first we started off with 5 girls, and then like to 12 to like I don't even know.
we had 2 extra girls.
I don't know how many girls it takes to.
My
paint.
group took down the plaques in the cafeteria. You can see where they were because we decided not to paint over where they covered the
I
holes
don't know why.
and moved them to the hallway north of the new gym. And I
You
had
can
to
see
paint the
exactly where
doors.
they were because the paint is actually cleaner than the paint around.
That's not paint.
That's like
Is it just sheetrock or something?
It's like putty they used to cover it.
Oh.
the holes.
I don't think we had time to paint it because by the time lunch came around, we were cut that. We were still putting up the plaques, like gluing them to the wall. We ran out of space.
Where did y'all put them anyway?
You know the new gym?
Yeah.
That you know where the weights room is?
Yeah.
Here's the water fountains, that hallway right next to the
Nobody's ever gonna see them.
Oh yeah, when they have games for basketball.
Yeah,
well,
they use both gyms and they go through there.
You know what's weird is that we have like the visiting people use our nice locker rooms
Mhm.
instead of we using them for like basketball games.
Well, yeah, it shows that we have classy locker rooms.
Yeah, don't go. I mean, our other.
Why do
They
you
don't.
think
They
so?
don't go into the home team's locker.
They don't
rooms,
go in the home team locker
I know,
room.
but like, they want to see our middle school locker rooms. Those are. Have you seen the
Those
middle?
are something else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, lots of stuff happening.
They're interesting, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we all the high school got this fancy stuff and like everything fixed, but the middle.
Fancy.
Like we got like
Well, compared to the middle school, it's fancy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Our bathroom.
Haven.
Okay. Our bathroom got fixed up and everything. It looks nice. But if you go to the middle school, it's all run down. The doors don't even lock. It's bad. And like the sink's like blue and cracking at the end. And
The sinks are blue.
yeah, they're
It's because
blue.
middle school isn't as
Alrighty
important
then.
as high
They're
school.
supposed to be white.
Band was at Andover yesterday, and the drumline got a 1+ rating. I do not know what that means.
It
It
means
is a
good.
superior
I
rating.
do
Thank you,
not
Mr.
know.
Clements.
I was in
And-
band when I was in high school.
Okay then.
What do you play?
Trombone.
I've always wanted to either play that or saxophone.
And the band overall got a rating of 1+. Why can't it just be an A? Just give them letter grades. Just do that.
No, because you're a fan.
Because there's some people who didn't take band, me,
Me.
and
Me.
I have no clue what it means. Oh, they got a 1+ rating. What does that mean?
And then you get and then they yell at you like, oh, you should know. It's like
They rate you the same way they do the band if you're in choir.
I'm not in choir.
we're not in choir.
Well, I know, but
we
it's-
sing like singing people who know.
But still, like they rate you three's the worst, and then you go choose okay, and then 1's the best.
Okay. Thank you for that.
Thanks for
I didn't even-
Tomorrow is football's last game, right?
I think so. Yeah.
You're in choir and you didn't know that?
You should. Do you
No,
expect
no,
me
no.
to know?
I thought you were Wildcat singers.
No.
Oh, okay.
You gotta know.
Is there any new shows that any of you have been watching, like on Netflix or?
I just have new seasons.
I have heard show house, the house on
Elm Street.
what is it? It's like really weird.
Fuller House.
The Haunt of Hill House, I think. What's it called? It's really weird, but I heard it's actually scary, and people tweet about it. Like, I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. It's like if you can't handle being scared, don't watch it. Yeah, I don't understand that.
What does that say about people who
The Haunting of Hill House. That's possibly one of the worst names I've ever heard.
It sounds like Coach Hill's house is haunted.
He. Oh, it's actually. Oh, it's a series. It's on a.
Yeah, that's a series.
Isn't that right across the street from here?
Mr. Hill's house.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. We should go there, guys. Let's get some cameras and see if it's haunt. No.
Okay, weirdo. I'll make sure I'll tell him that next
Okay.
hour. What is it? What is everybody's favorite candy?
Oh,
Donut salad, so it might be a little worse.
Butterfinger.
Butterfinger. What about
What are
you?
they called?
Reese's.
Favorites.
Reese's in the freezer.
Do you like the Reese's Pieces or just the cups?
The cups.
Reese's Pieces don't taste like the Reese's. They're just.
They make Reese's Pieces inside Reese's cups.
Isn't that like what's that called?
Outrageous.
Outrageous, yeah. I was gonna say that, but it sounded a little too stupid.
Good
Hey,
thing
where I
she
shine.
said it first.
Emporia people are going to Emporia State today for career day. This story, but Ryan Williams was going, but he was late.
Oh my god.
Like the bus left at a certain time, and if you weren't there, you weren't going. And Ryan Jenkins' grandma was driving the bus. She knew where he lived, so she went and pulled up in front of his house, honked, and Gabe ran up and knocked on his door and said, "Hey, come on." And he said he was asleep when we pulled up, and he quickly threw on whatever was clean and just got on the bus.
It was.
Hopefully that didn't happen again.
The bus ride was so long, and like I just slept the whole time, like listening to music.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's an hour away from here. It's a trip that I have to make every so often.
Why is that?
Because I have family in Emporia.
Is that why there's two Emporia State?
That's also why there's 2 Emporia State bachelor's degrees up there too.
Well, I don't really. Oh, look at that. You know.
He doesn't care for that.
We're high school students. We don't know what that means.
What's a bachelor's degree?
Excuse me. I don't know why I'm looking at this. I was looking at Reese's Pieces and it's making me hungry.
Why?
Like, look at this. Look at the thing. I was like, I guess
So all that talk about food didn't make you hungry?
But looking at Reese's. Oh, okay.
These are Reese's Pieces donuts.
Oh,
And speaking of donuts, I know everyone's gonna yell at me. I have never been to Hertz Donuts yet.
Good.
Hey, neither have I.
I've been there like.
Because
I haven't been in there.
I know it's in Wichita. I'm just never in Wichita, and if I'm in the mood for donuts, I'll just go get some from like Walmart.
They're good, but they're like
Really diabetic.
Didn't they make like a Tide Pod donut when that was a thing?
Yeah.
They also have like my favorite one is like the Cookie Monster, probably. But it's so bad that
They still have the Cookie Monster
you
one.
just break your.
that was really good.
Oh, I thought you broke it. No, but it's so bad they actually have an ambulance right in front of their building just in case.
It's not an ambulance. It's a whambulance. That is what it's called.
There's a place in Las Vegas. I used to watch this show called Gabriel Iglesias, the Hispanic comedian. Fluffy, yeah. I used to watch where he would go around and just do stuff, and he went to this place called the Heart Attack Grill.
I've seen that one.
It's a weird one. If you don't finish it, don't you get like hit with a paddle?
Oh, at
By the
Big
waiters?
Burger. Oh, and
Yeah.
I think
oh
everybody
my God.
dresses up as like nurses.
Yeah,
and they have
and
blood bags.
if you eat there, you have to wear a patient gown.
Yeah.
Yes.
And isn't it like if you're over a certain weight, you get your meal for free?
I think so.
And if you eat the burger, you also get it for free.
If you eat the burger,
It's like
it's a big
I've seen
burger.
videos of it,
It's a big burger.
and then they spank you with the battle, and it's really awkward.
All right. This is the end. This is the end of our 4th podcast. Again, if you have any suggestions on how we can improve, give them to myself, Alex, Zeke, Logan, or Nicole. Or somehow if you can find Mr. Clemens, because he's always gone, especially on Make a Difference Day.
I'm sorry. We end up winning medals for debate.
That's a first.
Actually,
Especially after last year. Any seniors know what I'm talking about? English. With Sutherland, the worst.
Editing that out.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. I'm boosting the audio so that's loud.
Thanks for listening. Join us. We will join us again when this is
We will join
uploaded,
us
possibly next week.
I mean, I'm going to try to get this on Friday.
That's what you said about the last one.
And I
And
got
then you
it
get
up
mad
on
at us
Monday.
for whatever.
Who?
And now we have Zeke with the outro song.
Awkward. That's like a girl voice.
Outro. Outro.